Okay, so this part you're just gonna hear me rambling on and on about the good old days. Good old ass man. No offense, old people, we love you. But yeah, yeah. I mean, this is more like filler because, I'm actually gonna be checking my Gmail while I do this. You know, friends and stuff. But mostly the and stuff. Okay, yeah. So, basically, a while ago, while ago, when I was just a wee lad, not gonna say how old I was, of course, because I'm putting this on the internet, and I don't want people to know my age. Shh, it's a secret. But yeah, a while ago, you know, yeah, I was like super into object shows. Not much now. I'm more of a musician kind of person, but yeah, that was me back then. If you saw me drawing, it would most likely either be a Pokemon or an object show character. And I already tried to make an object show several times, but I guess the demand was too hard for young me. I mean, you can see several of my attempts. I had a bunch of them, and like, yeah, I tried them a bunch of times. Sometimes they worked out, sometimes they didn't. Actually, there was this one time where it did work a while ago called it was this object show called Infinity Mayhem. I haven't really revealed any details about it, but yeah, I created it all the way back in, like, I think 2016, some of my friends, and yeah, it was crazy. I don't have any examples to share with you guys. We made one comic book, but then that got lost in my shoe on the way to karate, and by that time it probably already fell into the washing machine. Yeah, so unfortunately that's completely lost. I didn't. You wouldn't expect me to make a copy of that thing, you know. I hadn't even heard of preservation or anything back then. I wouldn't have just copied it. Yeah, I thought everything would be kept forever. Good old me. Yeah, I mean, I have a few examples of drawings in that period, but I mean, like, it's not the actual comic. I can tell you, though, what it was. It was, you know, it basically involved Coiny from BFDI hosting in his own object show. There was, like, a bunch of weird little characters that me and my friends created up. There was, like, this character called Tiny, who was just a circle with glasses on because he was a nerd. You know, all nerds have glasses. All glasses have nerds. It's just standard commonplace, y'all. Like, if you don't know that, then you're cringe. But yeah, and then there was a garbage bag. Technically her name is actually Black Bag, but combined with her looks and the name, that she sort of sounds like a racist caricature, but she wasn't. I hadn't even heard of blackface back then. Just a wee innocent little lad. But yeah, there's like a whole host of characters, cat characters. Yeah, you got Cool Dave also, who's a stick man, wears sunglasses because all cool people wear sunglasses, you know. And then there were two balloon characters. One had a nose, one had cool shoes. And then there was a bow tie and a candy. And for some weird reason, I had anthropomorphized depictions of the countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they're in there. Yeah, it was pretty whack. You can tell that young me thought a lot. But yeah, eventually, when we moved grades, I couldn't really see my friends much, so yeah. But the one character, though, in particular, still existed from that era. That was Chubbs. Yup, good old Chubbs. He He's the fat circle that y'all know and love. It's fat, and he has a head with eyes, a mouth, and legs. You know, just like any other person. But yeah, basically I ended up retaining Chubbs, and he was still there. So yeah, that was good. I kept him when I moved to that different grade. Yeah, that's good. So basically, I bring him with me. I mean, in visual representations, like I didn't actually bring him with me. It would have been a hassle to keep. But yeah, honestly, I kept him for the rest of the year. And you know, that's when I met Sam. Yeah, he was in my class. Yeah. Before, I mean, like, we weren't friends. Like, we knew that each other. Like, we knew each other existed. You know, we weren't friends. That's until I was talking about a Battle for Dream Island to one of my teachers, and then I showed her an episode, and then Sam comes up and he gets interested in it, and so yeah, boom, it's like the Big Bang. But yeah, basically that happens. Yeah, and so yeah. A couple periods go by, nothing really much happens, and sort of went to homeroom and stuff, and then by the time we knew it, everything. So yeah, then art class started. You know, we had art. This is a preparatory school and stuff. I scheduled a little bit different and stuff, and so yeah. I'm not gonna say which one it is though, because. But yeah, art class came. And so, yeah, that was fun. Art class, yep. So yeah, you know, art class. Oh god, I said that a bunch of times already. But yeah, you know how art class you draw and stuff. Because it's art class, obviously. It's not like you do math. Thank god you don't. But yeah. So, I caught Sam drawing some object show-like characters. And I was like, oh, that's cool, you're drawing. And then he showed me a picture of Nighty that he drew. Yeah. Basically, we had a unit on Keith Haring. Our art teacher told us about it. And, so, yeah, we were inspired to make a mural just like him. So, you know, me being the quirky animator that I was like, hey, I'm gonna make an object show mural. And so then I made a character. I drew it, and then a bunch of other kids joined in. Yeah, and one of them was Sam. He drew a character. He drew Nighty, and that's basically he drew Nighty, and he drew Nighty for me, and he asked me to put it on the mural. I think my own art style. So yeah, I said, yeah, sure, I'll do that, and I did that. And then he drew Tub and Ninja and Chubbs, and you know, before you knew it, we had a crew of 6 people. I had like 100 objects on there. There was like a bunch of them. A bunch of them were future BFFE characters. That was pretty cool. There was Ninja, there was Screeny, there was a Bricky, there was Heartbreak, there was Plussy, there was everybody. Everybody was there. It was like Smash Bros. Everyone's here. But yeah. Again, I don't have any examples from this because, well, first of all, it would have been too big to take home. But also, when I moved here to the south, Yeah, I couldn't bring that with me. I didn't actually get it back. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't take any photos of it, so yeah. But I have hope for this one. You see, I vividly remember my art teacher stashing the mural back into a cupboard or something, so maybe it's still tucked away there. Maybe it's in a closet. Honestly, it was really brightly and colorfully decorated, so I wouldn't be surprised if they put it up or hanged it up or saved it or something. Which, I mean, I hope so. Because, I was really proud of it. So yeah, drew a bunch. But actually, I do have a photo of 90, which is pretty cool. That survived. I'll get to why it did later. Yeah, it's his original drawing of 90. Woo, amazing! Yeah, see, our class is finished, and, a couple other periods go by, and then we have recess, so yeah. It was a rainy day outside, so, yeah, there's no good playing there. This is like New York City, so yeah. I think we went to a playground, but usually we just went outside. There's this one spot with this cool looking sculpture that we also used to go to. Yeah, had a bunch of cool sculptures. There's a pizza spot right around. Yeah, it was like super cool. It was like a square, but with the circle cut out of it. It has a circle hole. I'll probably find a picture or something. But yeah, it's right there. I drew a bunch there, but yeah. Stormy weather, can't do any of that stuff. So we stayed indoors. And yeah, usually you'd see me playing I don't know, with a Chromebook or something, or like just drawing. I was a very introverted kid. But then, and that's when I saw Sam on his Chromebook. Now, we weren't usually allowed in our Chromebooks, because, it's an electronic device, No goodie. So yeah, I was intrigued, and then I asked him what he was doing. I think it was him, or maybe a teacher, but they told me that he was writing a script for the show with all those characters that you drew. So I was like, oh damn, that's cool. I mean, I probably didn't say damn because my innocent ass little mind wouldn't have ever said that. Little goody two shoes, and you didn't want to get in trouble. But yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool. So I decided to join him in. Yeah. So, we created characters, personalities, like everything started to come in. The characters started to take form. I mean, it was very basic form. They're very much so cookie cutter characters in the sense that their personalities were very basic, but it laid the foundations for all these characters. Speaking of foundations, why don't we list them all? And speaking of foundations, Berkey. Like you could say, every single character started to, be. All the characters started to take form. We got Nighty. She became a nice little character, little goody two shoes. Oh. And you got Ninja. He got the bully. Then you got Plussy. You got the, she's the nerd. Bricky, the grumpy old fart. He wasn't a grumpy old fart, but he's just grumpy. And you got Heartbreak, the sensitive crybaby, And then there's Screeny. He's just a host. There's nothing more than that. Oh, and Chubbs, too. He'd be cool. We already have Chubbs. We already know who Chubbs is. If you don't, that's a big L. But yeah, and then my friend who, we're gonna call her Snowy Star, because of the fact that she has told me in real life not to use her name. She's not comfortable with it. Of course, I'm going to obey that because I'm a nice person. I don't go around telling people that, like, their names. Like, if they're not comfortable with it, I'm not going to say their names. So, yeah. She joined the crew and she started script writing. And then a bunch of my other friends did too. And before we knew it, we had a 6-person crew. All writing stories. All writing stuff. Ooh, what fun. But yeah, so that was cool. I drew a bunch of art. Yeah, the following weeks and stuff. I was like, doodling all the little characters and stuff. I mean, let's see. I'm gonna try and see if I can find. Very little survives from that period. I experienced a bunch of things. Like, for one thing, I moved from Georgia. I moved from New York to Georgia. That's like from north to south. Yeah, it could take a lot. So, unfortunately, my mom had to throw out a bunch of my papers. Honestly, compared to what I have now, it wasn't much. Like, it could fit in a cardboard box. Like, right now, all of my papers have to fit in 10 different containers of varying sizes. But they're all bigger than a cardboard box, so, yeah, it counts. But, yeah, also, my mom has frequently gotten angry at me for stuff. For having unclean room, and so, yeah, she brings up some childhood trauma of throwing stuff out. I've protected a lot of what I can, and honestly, I'd like to say that I have a pretty neat archive of all my works. It's like half of what it would be. Actually, it's more like it's actually technically more like 3/4 of what it would be now that I think of it. But that's still pretty good. So, yeah, I won't complain. But yeah, I do have some stuff from this time. Whether it be in physical form, in copied form, or even from a photo. Yeah. Some of these drawings only exist in these very blurry photos, and I've taken time to reconstruct them. One of the original drawings that Sam did? That got lost, but I reconstructed it from the single blurry photo that still existed of it. Which is crazy because, it's just crazy. But yeah, all this stuff happened. Yeah. I tried animating the characters, and that worked pretty successfully. I have that animation actually up on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. So, I doodled and drawed and stuff. We were planning to make it into a show, but that wouldn't happen till a year later. See, all this stuff happened. It was super fun, Eventually, everybody in my class got a character of their own. Little object Sona. I was a Lego brick. Sam was a post-it note. Snowy Star was a Warrior Cat's original character. OC. Everybody got their stuff. But yeah, it was really nice. And I made a lot of friends during that process. Yeah. Eventually, we finished up with that season. Yeah. By then, we already had a lot more characters. But, yeah. There are a lot of them. Brings back fond memories. But yeah, by that time, summer of 2019 had came, and honestly, the year felt pretty short. And we're all out of school. We still kept in touch though, because one of my friends, who I'm gonna call Bird Feeder again, because I'm pretty sure they're not comfortable with me revealing their name. But yeah, they created this Google Doc that worked just like, I don't know, it's sort of like Discord. You could just type stuff, chat. It worked like a little chat room, and it was really helpful. We could keep in touch like that. It's nice. But yeah. Also, by this time, we actually, how I said we finished up that season. Well, then we made another season, season 2. And yeah, that went on for a while and stuff, And actually, so yeah. Eventually, though, exactly when, middle of the summer, me and my family moved to Georgia. I know exactly when. Right after America's birthday, July 5th. We moved, we packed our stuff in a car, and we went on a 2-day-long trip to Georgia. I'm saying we're devils right there. But yeah. Spent all that time in a cramped little car. Nothing but my MacBook and my notebook and my... So those are the only book things I had. But yeah. I still kept in touch though. I think I tried to. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't really get cell service when you're in the middle of nowhere in a moving car on the road. Yeah, but I kept myself preoccupied by writing scripts and stuff and drawing and stuff. Now that I actually do have, because unlike me drawing on loose papers, which get lost easily, I actually drew notebooks, and there's a very simple reason for this, because, if you think about it, it's not very economical to draw on loose papers when you don't have anything to draw on them with. They'll fly everywhere. Instead, I just used notebooks. They work just as well, but I had the luxury of just being able to put them there and stuff. But yeah, I drew in a bunch of notebooks. I have one of them I can say for sure I definitely did draw in. It's right there, right? You can't see it, but it has a periodic table of elements in the front and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I kept in touch with everybody. It was fun. And then, I lost contact with Snowy Star for a while. Which my other friends and stuff. So yeah, that happened.